Hola, me llamo Ella. This is my outline and what I'll be using to teach. Hola, me llamo Ella. Hoy te voy a enseñar. First, we are going to talk about the present tense of irregular verbs. All irregular verbs end in R. AR, IR, and ER. Here's how you conjugate them. So with the word hablar, you take off the AR ending and then you take off the AR, the ER, and the IR for all the verbs. And then you add their endings. So for yo, it's O. For tu, as. So for AR, hablar. We're going to conjugate hablar. Yo hablo. Tu hablas. Él, ella, usted habla. Nosotros, nosotras hablamos. Vosotros, vosotras habláis. Ellos, ellas, and ustedes hablan. Now we are going to conjugate comer. Yo como. Tú comes. Él, ella, usted come. Nosotros, nosotras comemos. Vosotros, vosotras comáis. Ellos, ellas, usted comen. Now we are going to conjugate beber. Yo vivo. Tú vives. Él, ella, usted vive. Nosotros, nosotras bebimos. Ellos, ellas, ustedes viven. So as you can see, after you understand the pattern for the conjugations, it is pretty easy to understand the concept. You just take off the ending of the word, keep the stem, and change the ending. Next is present progressive. In Spanish, you cannot use English ing words. They don't have a word for the ing words. Instead, you have to add an ending to the normal words in Spanish. For example, the AR ending words, you take off the AR just like in this conjugation, and you add ando. For example, hablando. Then ER and IR ending words, to make them plural, or, well, what the present progressive is you're just making it in what you're doing right now. So if you take this word, it means I am doing this right now. So the ER and IR words that you want to say, I am doing this right now, you take off the ER and the IR and you add endo. Endo. Comiendo, for example. You use a star as an auxiliary verb for the present progressive. Estoy, estás, está, estamos, estáis, están. Estoy hablando translates to I am talking. Yo estoy. Tú estás. Ella, usted está. Nosotros, nosotras estamos. Vosotros, vosotras estáis. Ellos, ellas, usted están. Estar is also an irregular verb. It is used when talking about It is used when talking about location, a state of like how you're feeling, and also personal assessments and a present ongoing action. Again, estoy hablando, I am talking. Then we have ser, right here. Ser is what you use when you are trying to categorize people or situations or describe something. Yo soy, that means I am. Tú eres, you are. Él, ella, usted, es, he or she is. Nosotros somos, we are. Vosotros sois, you all are. Ella, ellos, ustedes son, they are. An example of how you would use ser is yo soy de Santa Barbara, which means I am from Santa Barbara. So as you can see, it's a very useful word in Spanish in conjugation, and it's very, very important to know this and know how to use it properly. Next, we are going to talk about possessive adjectives. Right here. This is an apocope possessive adjective. These are placed before the noun when trying to describe something. When you're trying to decide, it falls under 4 categories: masculine singular, feminine singular, and masculine plural and feminine plural. When deciding whether it's plural or singular, well, what you do is you just say, how many things am I talking about? You don't say how many people are talking about it. No, that's not what you do. You do, how many things am I talking about? So if you're talking about 6 horses, then you use the plural. But if you're talking about 1 horse, then you use singular. So here's how you conjugate it. Yo, you say me. We're doing masculine singular right now. Yo, me. Tú, él, ella, usted, su. Nosotros, nuestro. Vosotros, vuestro. Ella, ellos, usted, su. Feminine singular is almost the same, but in nosotros and vosotros, you change the endings to a. I'll still say it. Yo, me. Tú, él, ella, usted, su. Nosotros, nuestra. Vosotros, vuestra. Ella, ellos, usted, es, su. Now masculine plural. Yo, mis. Tú, tus. Él, ella, usted, sus. Nosotros, nuestros. Vosotros, vuestros. Ella, ellos, ustedes, sus. The same goes for feminine plural, but nuestras and vuestras change to as instead of os, like in masculine. It's as now for feminine. Now these are the full possessive. Yo, mío for masculine singular. Tú, tuyo. Él, ella, ustedes, suyo. Nosotros, nuestro. Vuestros, vuestro. Él, ella, ellas, ellos, ustedes, suyo. Feminine singular. Feminine singular. Yo, mía, tú, tuya, él, usted, suya, nosotros, nuestra, vosotros, vuestra, ellos, ellas, ustedes, suya. Masculine plural. Míos, tuyos, suyos, nuestros, vuestros, suyos. Feminine plural. Mías, tuyas, suyas, nuestras, vuestros, and suyos. An example sentence for possessive adjectives. Mi viaja a Mexico. Now, you're just talking about one trip, so you would use the singular form. But if I said vacaciones maravillosas, you're talking about more than one vacations, so you would use the plural of the possessive. Muchas gracias for watching my video. I hope you learned a lot. Thank you.